I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, and I'm having trouble getting this on a video, so I don't know if people connect the next videos or not to it or bother. Um, I did want to finish this part because I didn't get it on the other two I just uploaded. Um, I wrote a book, medical malpractice book. I'm saying this again to let you know where I'm coming from. 75 till 80, April Fool Day of 80, when I was filled full of antifreeze and should have died. I thought it was because of the medical malpractice book I'd done, and it involved, um, well, murders and everything, like the murders of forensic pathologists Warren and Rosina Matthews, and it was tried in Cobb County Court and then later overturned. They said one of the witnesses had been hypnotized. What was the other lady's name? Strokerman. And the connection to the Center for Disease Control, well, I don't know if I want to go into that. I've done it before. I mentioned in my book, and he was, well, he was one of the good guys, Dr. Jonas Robicher. I didn't mention him in the book, I don't believe. But he mentioned my cases in the last chapter of his book, although I had never met him. And he was professor of law and psychiatry at Emory University, and then they killed him. They made it look like deaths that appear of natural cause. And that's what I've been writing about and telling about, is agencies of the United States can program. They're using the Tesla files that were stolen back in the early 30s or maybe before. But you can call it mimicking a disease or whatever, and I won't go into how all they do it. I could go into part of it. Obviously, I don't know all of it. But they can, through your imagination, create illnesses. What am I trying to say? It's kind of like psychosomatic, and you really have the disease. And they can make you murder yourself. Isn't that a joke? It looks like suicide when it's murder by mind control. Just as Robin Williams, and I can go back and give you, who was the young lady, heck, I mentioned her here. Seberg, Jean Seberg. By the way, this was mind control murder since I scanned it anyway. That's twins, Mark and Kelly's married to Congressman Gifford. That's in Tucson, Arizona, and that he's a twin, and there's connection to this, the twin, to Scott Kelly. Both of them are astronauts, and that was young man was under mind control. So you can do mass mind control. I wrote this in 75, and I knew about it. I didn't know the mechanism used, though, before then. I just knew it was being done in patterns. And this is hustler Larry Flint. This is in April of 84. I was flown out to his home in October of 83. He was helping me in a campaign when Larry McDonald, a congressman doctor that actually I wrote about in the medical malpractice book before I had the antifreeze put in me, April 1st of 80. And man, what happened to me, and it's been done in plain sight, everybody knowing it. And really wanted me dead, kill the messenger. Anyway, I was flown out there. And he says here, that I know who was responsible for his shootings. Well, it was the agencies, but that's my point. The agencies and the people here, I bet you I've lost my paper here. The people here pay their taxes. They support this government, and let me tell you, they do not want the truth told. They'll turn around and do anything to you. But let me say this, and I'm trying to get it on this video. When John Hinkley Jr. shot Reagan, that was the beginning of, and Brady, the press secretary, and the campaign was to take away your guns. Well, now then they've gone to knives and machetes and just a table knife or something, you can do damage. Like the man that Gonzalez, that just, first time they can remember anybody getting to the White House door, and he did on the 19th. His last name was Gonzalez. And I'm going to say this now here. Gonzalez is the name of the doctor, Victor Gonzalez, in Atlanta, Georgia. I believe he's still practicing in Cobb County, Marietta, Georgia, somewhere in that area. There was a gag put on a suit against him, and the attorney was Eugene Kaiser, and, you know, they're taking this, here's the point, because I can't tell it all, and you wouldn't even, it would take volumes and volumes, but Gonzalez, Victor Gonzalez is a psychiatrist. Maybe he's the one, not maybe, that should have been hauled off and given a psych evaluation and locked up and given psychotic drugs. Only his illness was, I don't think you class as mental illness either. He was a psychopath. And he was diagnosed by another doctor. You know what they did? They ran the city of Atlanta, and the doctors, the people that are supposed to protect you, the state board, ran this good doctor out that diagnosed him. And well, I can go on, so much happened there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go to this. I've said that it's a way of messaging, though it's the timing. And then right after this Gonzalez fellow he scaled the fence and got to the door of the White House, and it hasn't been done before, I don't believe, a young fella drives up in his car and drives to the gate of the White House, and he won't leave, and his last name is Carr, C-A-R, and then R. Okay, there's another connection here, but I'm just going to say one of them that's obvious is Carr. I've been on foot since Larry Flint, that he furnished me a car. And whether it plays out, I don't know. But I didn't do any of this. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace and brought over here, and the money and the treaties and the hell that me and the British and German have gone through is sick. Now I got to shut up because somebody's passing the door here, and we wouldn't want any of these Americans to be, suffer any hearing loss or anything from all this. Okay, the gag order put on that. The district attorney was Eugene Kaiser, who was the good guy, by the way. But mind-controlled subjects committing crimes deliberately using patterns is this, and it involves some of your citizens, a lot of them. This has been done to other countries, though. And this involves your time, your dates, your names, your address, synchronicity. It's instant messaging. The man who jumped the fence, which is what I just said on the 19th, his name is Gonzalez. So that goes back to 75, some things that happened, and something happened in Cobb County, and I'm not going to get into all that. I can't on here. In 82, oh yeah. And the fact that this man's name is Gonzalez, and it's out of text for it to have happened. And his weapon was a knife, let me say. He did have that on. So this whole thing is almost backing up the videos and all that I've been telling. Part of this was done to take away the guns, add what looks like security to people. They think they've been taken care of when the agencies are committing the crimes and then running in and looking like they're a helpful Hannah, right? But so anyway, it went from trying to get rid of the